So, per my last video, when I was talking about one-on-ones and group meetings, one of the things that's certainly going to come up naturally and is certainly part of my journey, or was part of my journey, is growing up in religion, religious cults, belief systems, ideology systems, essentially what I think they boil down to most of the time. And then coming to the truth, when you get a glimpse of your true nature, and that, I guess we could say at first, whatever your true nature is eerily close to whatever God is, whatever true presence is, being, as in mysticism, they sometimes refer to it as. But when you get this glimpse of the simplicity of who you are, of what you are, of what reality is, and of what God is. I say that word with a little caution because that's one of the most loaded words in existence, no matter what the language. When you get this glimpse, then the necessity, the seeming necessity of continuing living this progressive life of a separate individual towards God becomes seems to be not necessary anymore. It becomes annoying, and it's this monotonous thing, and we start to question, like, why am I still doing this? Because you get a glimpse, and then you go, oh, there is no distance. There's no separate individual on his way to God, on her way to God. It's not that there's a better choice exactly. It's that doesn't even exist in the first place. That's just a story. It's not rooted in reality. We have the freedom to do whatever we want. We can live that life, but it doesn't make it true or accurate. It doesn't mean that it's consistent with our experience. So, yeah, this, religious life, there's a lot of it sometimes, depending on the person, that is driven by fear. I have to please God, or I have to be a good person, or, I have to be pure, or I have to be sinless, or I have to do good, and this is the only way that, for some reason, that's going to happen. Not to say that there aren't good parts in some religions. I was Christian. Well, I wouldn't even say I was really Christian when I was a kid, but I was Christian, I guess, when I was a kid. And then recently I had a little bout with Christianity again, and was Orthodox Christian, which is really beautiful. But and there's some real redeemable qualities in there, and such beauty. It's obvious beauty. I think you would have to be blind and deaf and your nose not work to not see the beauty in some of that. And whatever is beautiful is from God, or whatever is beautiful is coming from the source of all things. It's coming from truth. It's coming from love. And despite some of the deep mysticism, say in Orthodoxy, and you have the same in Islam and other things. Buddhism, although I feel like Buddhism is a little more firmly rooted in the mystical. Despite that, at the end of the day, as an Orthodox Christian, or as probably any Christian, at the end of the day, it really has to come back to you being this separate entity, the sinner that is on his or her way towards salvation or God or Jesus or something better than you. Because you're gross. You? Ugh. Now, Dan, you're not saying that your ego and your body is God, are you? No, I'm not. I never said that. Never will. You're not saying that you don't have parts of you that are, I don't know, that we wouldn't like? No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is that who you are, which is not your ego, which is not your body, which is not any of these things, anything in perception, who you are, whatever it is that you are, is reality itself. That's what I'm saying. There's no progressive path here. Direct path. Non-duality. Direct path. There are millions of progressive paths, all being essentially the same, if that's what you wish to do with your life and with your time. But it's not the only option. And those progressive paths tell you it is, but it's not. It's not. There's a direct way, a pathless path, we could say, to your true nature, to who you are. You're already there, you might just not notice it. So, these videos are for you, if that's the case. Some of my videos are a little long, but if you're here for it, you'll stay for it. And again, I have private sessions you can book with me. Just get in contact with me through my Linktree on my profile. And then I'll be hosting some webinars soon as well. If you can't afford a one-on-one, I bet you can afford that and you can still talk to me. So, yeah, I'm going to say more about this religious trauma type of thing. But it's really important, and many people are coming out of this right now. Right now especially, many people are getting glimpses of the truth and starting to understand that, wow, what I've been caught up in this whole time is just it's largely a bread and circus, we could say, or at the very least it's a distraction. It's a story that's very compelling and very attractive, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth.